Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do a golden and a little bit brown with a little bit of a smoky eye look today, mostly using the Naked palette, the original. I really love this one. I love the second one too, but this one is what I'm going to use majority today. So stay tuned if you want to see how I got this look. And I'll see you in a couple seconds. Okay, so I'm starting with a clean face. I've already washed and toned and moisturized my face. And I'm going to start first with my foundation. I'm going to use Makeup Forever HD foundation. I love it. And number 135, there it is, on the bottom, of course. I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. The first one is my Expert Face Brush. I love these. They're so soft. I use like a combination of swirling, like circle motion, and swooping. To bring it down onto the neck a little bit because girls, guys, everybody can tell when you have that line right there. It's really awkward. Like, oh look, her face is a different color than her neck. That's real cool. It's real attractive unless that's what you're going for. And even like if it were like tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure I put it on my ears when I do my makeup for the wedding. So that's a important thing not to forget. And around the nose, go again. I don't know. Maybe it's just me like blending, but I just like to go everywhere, over and over again. Alright, and then if you get streaks, because I know a lot of people will get like weird streaks, you can always just push and it will blend and stipple. If you want to use, I also have a thing, you can always do like a stippling brush. Stippling brush. Boop. But I use that when I want like a lighter coverage, but today I want a little bit more coverage. And I like to stipple right there because I get that weird like oily line. Okay, I'm doing my foundation forever because I'm talking. Normally it doesn't take that long, I'm just talking. And then you can go ahead and if you have any spots, this is like my favorite concealer, like if you have any acne spots. But I do put it around the nose because as women we are hormonally more red there. And then blend it out with your finger. I'm going to grab a little bit of my MAC. I'm in my travel kit too, so it's taking me forever to find everything. There. Select Cover Up in NW25, which this is like more my summer one, so it might be because you want it to be lighter under your eyes, but this like matches my skin like perfectly. And you can either use this brush or your finger. And this is kind of weird, I have it in one of the little sample things because I didn't want to bring the whole, it's not even that big of a thing, but I just have it in one of these right now, so it's weird than whatever. Okay. That's a lot. Then blend it out with your ring finger because it's your most delicate, sensitive finger for blending. I get really dark right here. I don't know if everyone else, I feel like other people get it here, or they say that. Okay, so I blended that out and down. If you want to do more like Kim Kardashian, you can do lighter. You can do it here and then like down to this like triangle-y zone. I'm kind of just blended down into there, but you can do like my whole triangle if you want. Now that I have all my liquid on, I'm actually going to set it with a powder. I'm using my big powder brush by one of the Pixie Woo sisters, Samantha Chapman, and I absolutely love these. Like, absolutely love her whole brush line. Favorite brushes ever. They're so soft and good quality, and they are reasonably priced. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to use this, like, my Stila powder, and, because that's what I brought with. I'm going to blop it in there, and then tap it on, because that sets that liquid foundation. And some people might think that's too heavy of a coverage, but for more special events, I like a heavier coverage, and it sets your foundation so it's not slipping all over your face and moving on you, and it takes away the shine. Sorry if you can hear that. The recycling guys are here.
Okay. Awkward random fact.
This is kind of a big awkward brush for powdering your lids, so I have a smaller brush, and I just dip that in, and then that can get just to powder your lids and under your eye too. It's just more precision, more precise. Actually need a little more powder, so I'm gonna, it has like a twisty open. That's why I like using this, because then I can twist it shut when I travel, because I had to fly here for the weekend, so now I got a little more out. I'm gonna set that concealer, and I like to use that as like my base too for the lids. I mean, I also have some Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, which I don't think I'll need it today because I don't need that long. I don't know. I'll use it tomorrow though for the actual wedding. I know I'm saying, oh, I'm not using it today, but they're just options, just giving you options. So just powdering, taking away shine, and creating a nice base. Okay. And like I said, this won't really take this long in real life. It's just because I'm talking and showing you things, and yeah. So let's move on to more face. I'm going to do some contouring. This gets a lot of wear, and it's got some dusties. I know it's my NARS Blush Bronzer Trio, and I like this for traveling also. Zip shut, and it's got let's go like that, 3 in 1. I'm already hitting pan on the Laguna. Bronzer, contour, and it's like a fun sparkly cheek. I think it's in Orgasm blush. Yeah, Laguna, Orgasm, and then Albatross for the highlighting. So I'm going to take my multitask brush, also Samantha Chapman, Real Techniques. Cannot say enough amazing good things about her brushes. I love them. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring, nothing too crazy, but I'm going to do out here and draw a line in. Out here and in, but don't go too far in, or you'll start to look like you have a beard. And always start with light and work your way up to heavier. Don't just like swirl it in there and then be like, okay, I'm going to put it on now. Because you will look like you have a beard and it will be orange and weird. So use the light hand. And plus Laguna, I know a lot of people love it, but it's super light. I feel like I have to go back in, swirl again just to get any color. Whereas with my MAC bronzer, oh my gosh, I really hope I didn't leave it at home. No. I just used it. Oh, here it is. You know that feeling when I'm talking about. Okay. Whereas I have this bronzer. Maybe I'll go for this one too. It goes on. You only have to touch it a couple times, and then it goes on, like true to color quicker. I feel like with Laguna, I don't know, let me know if that happens to anyone else too. I know it happens to one of my other girlfriends. You have to like swirl and swirl and reapply, and you're like, I'm not getting anywhere, I'm trying to build it. And then you look like a crazy person trying to like over bronze your face when if anyone's watching you do your makeup, and you're like, no, really, I'm just trying to build it to get the color to even show up. And then, oh, sorry, I like to go up here, and it kind of like makes your face look in, and then under the jaw, not on the jawline, but like right under. And then if you want to contour, you can go like right here also. Just some little tips and tricks. So now I'm actually in I have super hit pan on this one. I love this. Bronzing powder, MAC. I don't know if you can read anything special. Oh, or is that backwards for you? That's what it is. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll be there for cheeks. Alright, now that we've bronzed, let's put a little color into our cheeks with some blush. So I'm using what I just showed you before. NARS Orgasm. It's got a little bit of a golden shimmer to it, so apples cheeks if you want. You can smile, and that's right where you start, and I like to bring mine back to here. And I use whatever is left over in this brush to start that cheek. I don't know if that's weird, but I always do that with my eyes too. And then I go back and blend now that my brush is more empty. I'm not adding more and more product, I'm just blending all the way back. If you want, you can throw, if there's anything left on your brush up here, just so it looks like more like that pink tan from your bronzer, but more like that pink color you get when you're like on vacation and you get an actual tan, where it's more like a pink tone to it and not so orangey or bronzy. So, can you see that? I'm sorry my lighting is funky. It's there, I promise. Okay, now I'm going to opt for a fan brush. I think this is from like an Arbonne set that I got from one of my auntie-in-laws. I've had it for a long time and I love it. It works. You just need a fan brush that's going to delicately apply your highlighter or something you don't want too heavy of coverage. And it's a nice fan brush. I like these in like actual painting too, like the acrylics. On a canvas, not makeup too. They're fun. And they're like, you put it right here on the top of the cheekbone. Because now we're accentuating. You want the highlighter to make those things like stand out. So you put it here on top of the cheekbones, down the nose, and a little on the cupid's bow. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, they do. And that counteracts that, pop this out, the cheekbones out, and you're trying to push, that looks really weird, trying to push these parts of your face in with bronzer. So I'm going back in a little bit with my albatross because it is such a light application. You can really build it up to get the effect that you want. But you can kind of see it. I like that shimmery look for now. It's becoming closer to summer. I like it. If you don't like it, then you can skip that step. Try it. Maybe you don't like it. But that's contouring. And everything's in this little trio. I actually went back to Sephora to see if they still sold them, and they didn't, so I had to buy this off Amazon. Like an old order. They still had them in stock. Alright. Some people like to do their eyebrows next, but if I do them, then I don't fill them in as much as I need to because then they look so stark. I don't know. That's just me. That's weird. So I'm going to move on to eyes. Actually, I just spotted another one of my blushes I kind of want to mix in. I'm not like a blush freak, but I just want to go for this like really pinky blush. It's actually an e.l.f. blush. I just gave it a try and I kind of want to brighten it up with that really like girly light pink. Use a very light hand with this though, because like only touch the pan once. It's very pigmented and it's only like e.l.f. stuff is only like $1, maybe $2 at Target. I'm just blending now. Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know if you can like kind of see that. But my face is taking shape. We're getting, you can see that little shimmery highlighter, then the pink, then the bronze. Okay, that's just me. I like spot things and I want to like add to it. Sorry, my hair is getting kind of weird and out of control here. That piece is weird. I just slept in headbands twirled around my head, which is how I got these curls. By the way. Okay, random tangent. Favorite palettes ever. Naked 1, Naked 2. Favorite, favorite, favorite. I'm sure you've heard about them 100 times. I like working from both of them, but I like this mirror is a lot bigger. But look at all those gorgeous colors, which I'm going to show you if I stop dropping things. Hello, amazing colors. I start with my MAC 2, I'm pretty sure it's 239 brush. I don't know, the numbers are worn off. You can't even see it probably, but it's the paddle one. And I'm going to go with an all over lid color, just starting with, I think I'm just going to start with Foxy. It's this matte, just to kind of like even everything out before I start building these amazing like shimmery. I don't know, I kind of just, I never really have a plan when I jump into my Naked palettes, because I just kind of like go for whatever mood I'm in. And this, since it's so light and I don't need like a shimmer or anything, I'm just going to sweep it on. Once I go to the shimmery ones, I'm going to pack it on. And you can even wet them. I think I'm going to go for Virgin as the highlighter. I'm going to put that in the inner corner of the eye. And then sweep whatever's left on the brush in. Under the brows for lift. It makes your eye area look bigger. And then blend it with whatever's left just down. You don't want to just be like, I have a line. Just dab it in there. Get it on there. Oh, that looks like a... And then I'm going to put it in the middle. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. So pretty. Go sidecar. Whoever designed these palettes, hats off to you. You are amazing. Thank you. You've changed my life. You get to experience all these gorgeous colors together. I have these two palettes, and I also have the smoke palette. There are such rich, pretty colors in there. I really like all of them. There's neutrals. I'm just packing this all over. There's neutrals, there's brights, lights, darks, obviously. So I'm just, this time I'm pushing the shimmer powder on, shimmer lotion. Because I want more product on there. If you want less product, just swipe it on there. If you want really less product, go for a bigger brush. I guess this one would be similar. It came with the Naked 2 palette. This would be similar to a MAC 217. It's big and fluffy. Okay, so these are the lids. That is so awesome. I love that. Okay, now I'm going to try and start and work on the contour. Everything's like wedged in here. Another Real Techniques brush. Hi, you're awesome. I'm going to start with this medium brownish. This is actually also what I go in on my eyebrows with. I'm just going to put a little bit. It's called Buck. Tap off the excess. And I'm going to put it in my crease and bring it up a little bit. And that will help blend the darker color that I do. It's like a nice transition color. So just a sweeping motion back and forth. The actual socket's here. I'm going a little bit above it and in it. Sweeping. That medium, it's a matte brown. Since I did shimmer on the lids, I'm trying to do this matte brown. Here. Okay. Yeah, and then blend. But the real key with blending is when you get to the darker ones. Now, there's another dark brown in the Naked 2 palette, but I'm really working a lot from the original. And I really, really love this dark brown, Dark Horse. So I'm doing the same thing, Dark Horse, crease, other side, pack it in. You want to heavily concentrate the dark, oh, I almost poked myself in the eye, the dark shadow on the outer corner, the outer third. And then I'm just bringing in whatever's left. Cleaned off 217 or whatever brush, blending that up. So I'm just going to add a little bit more and then blend again. Okay, I have a clean 239 and I'm going to wet it again just because I feel like I want to go over again with that sidecar for that sparkle. For eyeliners, this is I really need a new one now. It's just the CoverGirl, like where you can crank up the tip. And I don't know if it just keeps falling down, but there still is some cranking up. And I like to line the inner waterline underneath. I'm going to do that on the other line, the other eye, and then I'm going to come right back. Okay, now that I have lined the inner upper lash line, I'm going to do the same on my waterline on the bottom. That's too heavy for you. If you feel like, if you have lighter eyes and you feel like that's too heavy, you can just do it at the top. I'm going to wiggle some more of this into the upper lash line. These pencils are amazing. This formula I love. No one's sponsored or asked me to say that I got this in the smoked. It came inside the smoked palette. Like where you can get a brush or something, it came inside one of those, and I really love it. Love it, love it, love it. But there it is. That's what it is. And it needs a little bit more sharpening. But I like to go over what I just wiggled in with my cheaper eyeliner on top with this. And oh, it just gives such a rich black color. I can just see the difference. It almost makes the other eyeliner look gray. Like, even though I know that other one is black, and if, I don't know, you haven't like played around with a bunch of different eyeliners, you can see, but this just looks like such a rich black. Thicker, darker inside, thinner, lighter on the inner corner. Always. Unless you're going for a different look, but that's like more the natural smoky that the majority of people do. Okay, so I just curled my lashes. You just stick them in there. You keep your eyes open and then you grip. It's kind of scary. It looks intimidating, but it's not, I promise. And then for my mascara, I'm going to go for L'Oreal Waterproof Luminous Carbon Mascara. I like waterproof because it sets the shape quicker, and it lasts if I start crying. So I think I might be one of the few who do this, but I start on the bottom lashes first because I don't like going on the top ones, and then when you look down you get all those spots there. So I'm just going to wiggle this in between my lashes and I'll be back. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. This is just a blonde brow pencil from Ulta. It's just what I picked up. I don't know, I do this to shape it and then I fill it in with my powder next. So first, you're going to brush them up. Brush them all up, but then just smooth it down over there. I'm going to draw the shape first and kind of fill them in. Original. You can do a mixture of these two matte colors. I'm going to do just buck, which is what I used here. And I'm using an angle brush. For this look, since it's a little, I mean, it's not super heavy on the eyes, but I'm going to go for a lighter lip. Pink Diamond we have. Pretty sure it's Estee Lauder. Just a light pinky one. And then I have this Clinique lip thing. I think I got this in a sample years ago, and it was just like all these little glosses. So I'm going to look into that, put this on. Something light. You can go nude if you want to. You can go nude. And I like to finish it with, there's a little love brush that comes in it, with a little light pink shimmery lip gloss. And that is the finished look. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like if this helped you out with your going out and how you wanted to achieve your look. Like, subscribe for more. Thanks. Bye.